grip if you prefer. All right? If he's got you, you can break this away or not. He can hold on. I'm going to go ahead and grab here on this wrist. I'm going to shoot over his head this way, hook this elbow over here. All right? Grab here, push over, grab this elbow, throw from here. See, I got the wrist, I got the elbow. This will not be enough in most cases. It'd be better to have this and this not so well, but if you got both, stick that move. Who can do it? All right, grab hook, that looks great. He was so gentle for you.
He was.
He's a good gentleman. All right. Yeah. I like the "yeah" in there.
That's awesome.
That looks good. That's good. Not bad. Watch, make sure you stay back. All he does has to do is base a little bit. He can hold my weight. Does everybody see my foot position? Sure. Now watch. Everybody see how he comes off the ground? Kind of like a hip throw, right? I just got to move outside. If I'm here, he's going to hold me up. So you're not sitting down on it. Step across, load him up, go. So if he gives you this foot forward, pull him onto you. Now this becomes easy. All right? So pull so that you get this foot and you walk into that space. It's a shorter turn. Here's going to take up his stance. All right? Now, we all know that if he were a table, he needs at least 3 legs. He'd need a third leg, maybe put one hand on the ground. So now he's kind of made a triangle. He puts both hands on the ground, now he's a table, right? All right, stand back up. So, he's strong in this direction. He's strong in that direction. But where there's no leg here and no leg here, if he were a table, that's where I want to knock him off balance. Does that make sense? Or I pull him here. Now, when you're making this throw, if he steps forward and you're going in this direction, his leg is there. He can resist you. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. So in order for me to make this throw, if that leg is forward, where do I need to throw? Over there, right? So again, here he is. That leg is forward, and you guys are trying to throw him here. He can resist you because that foot stays to the ground. Just turn this way, right? Now watch. So I wound up a little further, right? Now, if you're going to do it the way that I kind of initially started, which was here, go over the head or go through here and drop, I saved the upper body turn until the last minute, right? He gave me that leg forward. I now have to go a little further. I'm not going to step here, but I'm going to turn a little bit. Now watch, I'm going to lead until he's off balance. He's off balance. That leg starts to come up. Now watch my torque at the last minute. Here. See how I turned at the last minute once his base was broken. Okay? All right. So, you want to do it standing. Oh, look, he gave me the better way. That leg is back. I like that one better. Get here. I can still make this throw like hip throw. Cool? Can make this throw. Yep. Okay? Make sense? All right. Get with your partner. Someone close in size. Work this back and forth, right side 5 times, left side 5 times. We'll make the same throw. Let's say that I blow my, let's say that I blow my shoulder throw and he ends up basically on my back, right? So I go to make shoulder throw, right? He drops his weight and I do this and I end up here, right? Now, if I'm in this position, if I can, I want to grab and I want to do the same sort of thing in the lower position, okay? So again, if I go to make any kind of technique and I get squashed and he ends up on my back, let's say that I go in to make, maybe I go in to make single leg and he squashes me, right? I go here and he now has my back. He moves around to the referee position. And if he gives me an elbow, I want to hook it, right? Pull, hook, set, drop. Then I start moving into this position, okay? So again, if you blow a throw, or you get sprawled on, and you end up down here, and he's on your back, and you're kind of recovering for a second, if he reaches around, you should be able to hook that elbow. If he reaches over, shoulder throw. Make sense?
Sure.
All right. Get a partner. Start from a kneeling position, like you just blew your throw. Recover. This is your backup throw. All right, guys, so here's kind of the thing. How do you want to get a little extra leverage, right? So if I get here, he's not going to be here long. He's kind of thinking probably, I'd really like to move up and choke him, okay? So the bottom line is if this is my angle, I'm kind of turned at this angle, and I grab this elbow here, this one, right? This foot can now push out, and then I can drive hard here, okay? Then I must entangle. All right, he does it again, and let's say that this hand is up here on my arm. This is the only arm that I have now. All right, now I'm gonna drop this back to hook. I get here, head to the mat, turn. By the way, what do I have? Kimura lock, head and arm, kataguruma. There's a lot of things that we can do from there. Entangle that head, okay? So again, how you end up throwing, if you hook this elbow, you might pull him over that, right? If this leg is trapped, but this is the only arm you have, you start to push and you use this one to drive. Okay? Can you give it a try?
Sure.
Try to get more torque. Use the legs when you can. Make the throw. About this, if we don't have base, we won't have power. So how's my base?
Not great.
How about this?
Good.
How about this?
Good.
All right, so again, how we are is going to make a difference, okay? So I'm here, first of all, I don't want to be thrown or, entangled, but he grabs around me. This is his initial grip. I could fight this arm and try to get to the elbow, but I'm going to have to go this way, then I'm going to have to get that arm. So he's got that, right? And of course, this one could also be going for a high grip for the choke, right? I'm going to grab this arm. Now watch, once I get it, I'm going to start trying to lift his body up. That foot could stop me. It could post. Put my head to the ground. Now watch my hips come up. Watch. You see how I lifted him up off the ground? Now, this is what it looks like if you have bad base. Good grab. You see how I kind of just folded up? The best you can do is kind of go like this, right? It's just not a powerful place. So he gets on. The minute he gets on, I try to hook this. I try to lift, right? Try to make that good roll. Pretty cool? All right, let's talk about the entanglement. So we're here. As soon as he grips, hook, right? Lift him up. Immediately move to this position, right? Not here. All right, I'm holding his head. The rest of his body's free. He can escape. See how he got all that place to move? A little bit of dynamic pressure. Yes, sir. Sir. Can we do it? So again, I hook that arm, head. This becomes the fourth leg of the table. Lift. Make that big roll if you can. Take the top. One more time, quickly, get your partner. If they kind of entangle this foot, whichever side they get on, this leg kind of starts entangling, right? That could cause me some problem. I want to get this, right? I can now use this leg to lift. Watch. That make sense? Go to side control, or if you're here, go the opposite direction to scarf hold. Both are fine. I see a lot of you that are doing this, and then you're going whoop. And you're like, dang it, I didn't get side control. I didn't get a scarf hold, but you got side control. Side control is great. Side control is fine. All right. So again, right? He grabs, right? And now this foot is kind of stuck. So let's say, for example, that I want to just try to get away, right? I try to move this, and I try to, he's kind of got that foot stuck. No problem. If I wanted this arm, I go here, right? Shoulder throw style. If I want, I can grab this one, and now kick. Here's the kick. Left leg. Okay? Bip. Can we do it? Sure. Try not to overroll, because let's see if Caleb can counter throw me. If I'm not in the right place, he should be able to keep rolling and take me with him, right? So I hook, I make this throw. Oh crap. Does that make sense? So be careful where your base is, right? If possible, get this and try to get this shoulder to the ground here. That way he can't pull me. Pull me over. Okay? That make sense? Sure. Right. Lots of stuff you guys can do from that position. Hug the leg. Use it to kick him over. Go. Yes. All right. So Joel's behind me. He's got both knees pinching my ankle, right? He does not want that foot to get taken, right? If I go this way, I can't use this leg to kick him. So it's almost always going to be this leg, right? So my left knee's down. I'm hooking with my left arm. I'm going to kick with my right leg. Now remember, this is hard. Right? But watch. Once I put my head to the mat, I now have more base. I push here. And then I start lifting him up with this leg. Right? Then I roll. Recover. Oh, elbowed him in the head.
Yes, sir.
Recover. And start making for my arm lock. Can we do it? Sure. There is a wrestling move that I've seen a lot with our little wrestling program, and it is a spiral ride. Spiral ride, right? And it's a half Nelson, but this is down kind of low, and it puts the head, it pressures the head down. So again, when he gets this hand low, it's hard for me to do a whole lot to really get that elbow, right? And he's pushing my head down. Well, don't I want my head down to do the technique? Sure. I now have to get this elbow, okay? So he starts driving forward. Oh, look, here it is. All right, does that make sense?
Sure.
If he pushes high, that's when I go. If he stays low on my back, right? He's pushing my head down, but he's low. I might not be able to make this throw. What can I do? I can go here. I just do kind of half of a sit out, control this arm, and I start working on my next move. Pretty cool? So just for the purpose of if you guys doing some cool jiu-jitsu, somebody's got a wrestling background, and they get that half Nelson in there, and you're like, holy crap, you know, this is, you're basically no longer here. You're kind of in this position. Grab whatever you have, head to the mat, and see if you can make it go, all right? All right. Questions on what we did tonight?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does everybody agree that the initial throw that we did, this throw, is the exact same throw that we're doing here?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's a ton of other things that we can do if we want to. Right? I get him up here, and he goes to start rolling, and I'm looking at that leg, right? There's an ankle lock. Right? he gets a little high, I lift up here, and then I start grabbing for this leg. Knee bar. Does that make sense?
Sure.
If you can see it, and you can reach it, you can probably make knee bar, toe hold. Hard to get heel hook until you make a big turn. But when you're looking at his legs right there, I'm thinking, can I get that? All right? Cool?
Sure, sir.
On the wall.